Hello and welcome to TCB News. I am Sam Turner and I will be guiding you through this transfer deadline day mayhem, because of course it is transfer deadline day. Of course we have people up and down the country at stadiums, at training grounds, waiting to give you the latest news of today's transfers, so just sit back, relax and try enjoy today. It might be hard for you if you're a Swansea fan though, like myself. Anyways, we've got some news already coming in, and it is from, I believe, Aston Villa. We're going to hand you over now to William Windsor, no relation to Prince William. Prince William being a Aston Villa supporter, so he might be interested in this one. But yes, what's the news, Will?
Yes, I've just had news in. There's been a reported sighting of Tyrone Mings at the Aston Villa training ground. Of course, I'm at Villa Park at the moment, but yes, we have reports that he's at the training ground and he is about to sign from Bournemouth on a 6-month loan for the rest of the season. Of course, he's only appeared in 7 of Bournemouth's games this season, so it looks like he'll be looking for game time under the management of the new Aston Villa boss and John Terry. So it should be a good 6-month loan for him to get some more games under the belt.
Oh, sorry about that. I think we have lost connection there with Will in the end. Sorry about that. We'll try and get back to him as soon as possible. But all I can say, if you can still hear us now, William, is get down to the training ground as soon as possible, as it seems to be like you are nowhere near the action. Anyways, oh yes, I'm just getting more news in my other ear this time. Anyways, we seem to be getting news from where is it? Tom Brown, who is at Goodison Park. What's the news there? Are the Toffees in a bit of a sticky situation? Anyways, yes, Tom, what's going on there?
Yes, thank you, Sam. I'm live here at Goodison Park, and we have news just in that Idrissa Gueye will not be moving to PSG, despite how much he wants the move. PSG have apparently PSG have offered a reported 26 million for the defensive midfielder when they are in deep need for one since signing Lancia Diarra last season. But it seems like he will not be moving, as Everton wants a reported £40 million. So that looks like that deal would not be going through, and Idrissa Gueye will be spending the rest of the season at Goodison Park. Yes, that is correct. Thank you. Yes, and back to you in the studio, Sam.
Thank you for the update, Tom Brown. Gosh, it's already going to be a stressful day for some of us. But yeah, so we have we've got more information. We are now going north of the border to Barry McBurney in Dundee. What can you tell us, Barry?
Hey, I'm here in Dundee, very cold at the moment. But yes, it looks like Dundee United are about to sign Ryan McGowan on a 6-month loan from Bradford. So it looks like the deal may be done. He's a centre-back and he's Australian, so it looks like he'll be on his way for 6 months to Dundee United.
Well, then I think Barry must have had a cold, or is at least feeling the cold, as I think his accent was changing a bit there. But also we do have a bit of correction there for you, Barry. Of course, you said that McGowan has gone to Dundee United. I think you were meant to say Dundee, actually. So Ryan McGowan has gone to Dundee. So it looks like Barry, who is currently in Dundee, probably will not be the most wanted person there at the moment, of course, due to the rivalry and getting this transfer wrong. So I don't think he'll be getting served any iron brew in any shops tonight. But yes, thank you, Barry, for the information. Anyways, we're going to Priestfield Stadium now. Yes, that is Priestfield, Gillingham. Yes, we're not biased on this show, don't worry. But yes, Jake, what do you have to report there at Priestfield?
Yes, Sam, that is true. We are live right here now from Priestfield Stadium, and just coming in, yes, it's confirmed. Graham Burke, the Preston striker, has been signed on loan from Gills to make it their second signing of the window so far. The last one being Billy King yesterday, and this one being today. And it looks like it could be over fears of potentially Tom Eaves moving to Sunderland at the end of today, with a deal around the mark of 300k, looking with John Marquis as well, about 1.2 million. Sunderland looking into both of those, but Tom Eaves could be the man they go from the end. So Gillingham getting that reserve striker in just in case. However, this player is young, around 26 years old, had a good scoring record for Preston, being sent on loan to get that scoring record back under track, and it's looking good for the Gills, as they potentially, Steve Lovell is saying, they could be looking for another signing. Back to you, Sam.
Thank you, Jake, for that news. And now we are getting some news coming in from Old Trafford. Let's say the red side of Manchester. So we'll go straight to Old Trafford now, I think, for some contract news.
Yes, Sam, that is right. We have some news coming from Old Trafford. It seems like the manager will be doing very, very well for Manchester United at the moment, has made another little change to the side, and this is with a signing of a contract for Antony Marshall to 2024. This means he will not be for sale in the transfer window, which some people thought he could be making a move elsewhere. Back to you, Sam.
Sorry to interrupt this breaking news program, but we have some even more breaking news. And that breaking news is that the Commentary Box Football Podcast is now available on Spotify. Yes, you heard that right. The Commentary Box Football Podcast is now on Spotify. So you can go search up on Spotify our podcast. Basically, just type in the Commentary Box and it will come up. So please do that. Give us a follow, give us a few views, and just enjoy the podcast on another platform. But back to Sam in the newsroom. Yes, that seems like that is some good news for Manchester United fans, with Martial signing that contract. But yes, since we've been gone, I have been hearing some reports, some giant reports, you could say, of a very massive deal at Turf Moor. So if we just go over to Steve Lewis, who can tell us about this monumentally giant deal that might be going on.
Hi Sam, at Turf Moor here, and we've got breaking news with Peter Crouch returning to the Premier League. Yes, Peter Crouch is returning to the Premier League. There is a deal between Stoke and Burnley, where Peter Crouch is moving from Stoke to Burnley and Ashley Barnes is moving vice versa. There is actually a plus player cash deal that Burnley will have to pay for this move to happen, which is very interesting. We're waiting a confirmation around that, but it's looking between the 3 and 7 million mark. Back to you, Sam.
Looks like Darren Key at the Bet365 Stadium would like to get in on the action of this news and talk about this monumental transfer as well. So thank you, Steve, for the news, but we are now heading over to the Bet365 Stadium to see the other side of this deal.
Yes, it's thank you, Sam. Yes, we're at the Bet365 Stadium now. It's very cold here tonight. And it looks like Sam Vokes is on his way to Stoke, and going the other way would be Peter Crouch. And this is a monumental signing, of course, because Peter Crouch will become one of the 8th oldest Premier League goal scorers if he manages to score for Burnley in this season or next season or whatever. But yes, that's all we know at the moment. But yes, the deal is done.
Yes, it's great to get two sides of the story there, but that seems like a very interesting move for Peter Crouch and Sam Vokes. But yes, we have to move on fairly swiftly, of course. There's so many deals happening on transfer deadline day, so that is why we are heading over to Greg Marshall to talk about Leicester's deadline day situations.
You thought the day was over, Sam? Well, no, it's not, because Leicester have acquired the signing of Monaco midfielder Telemans on a season-long loan to the end of the season. I'm here at the King Power, and things are quite a positive atmosphere right now, because we've brought in a very good signing, a good talented midfielder, not quite a defensive one that the likes have got, like Armati and Ndidi. They've got defensive midfield. They're looking for someone who's more attacking, more central. They've got the likes of Maddison already. They're looking to add someone onto that field, and they've made a very good signing there. It's be interesting to see how Leicester's season could change with Claude Puel under pressure and making a very good signing there.
No one said it was over, Greg, but yes, thank you for the news update from Leicester. I think we are actually heading off to the continent now to again hear another side of that, the other side of the transfer, and that is the other side of the transfer that Greg was just on about. So yes, we are heading to the Monaco. We're heading to Monaco to speak to Pierre.
Yes, thank you, Sam. I'm in the Monaco Stadium, the King Louis Stadium, and I'm just receiving news that Yuri Tillemans is going on loan to Leicester, and Adrian Silva is going on loan to Monaco. It looks like there's some sort of a swap deal in place for the two midfielders. Of course, Yuri Tillemans has been kind of one of the highlighting stars of the Monaco side, who's struggling at the moment, and Adrian Silva, of course, is not getting much game time at Leicester after his dream move. But it seems like they both have come to an agreement now where both teams will loan out the other player for the rest of the season. That is all I know at the moment, but that is back to you in the studio, Sam.
Yes, thank you, or should I say merci, monsieur baguette croissant. Sorry, merci. Yes, hold on a minute. We've got some big news. Yes, it's coming from the MLS. So yes, we're going again abroad. So we're going to I think it's Brad in Atlanta to talk about a big MLS deal between a MLS club and a Premier League club. So can you tell us more about this, Brad?
Hi, it's Brad from Atlanta, and I'm here to say that Miguel Almiron, the Atlanta United player, is on his way to Newcastle United for a record transfer fee for Newcastle of 20 million. Of course, he had a great season for Atlanta United last season, winning the MLS Cup and being very influential in the squad. He will add to Rafa Benitez's squad a lot, and I think he'll do well. But yes, he is on his way to the UK from the MLS. This is a massive transfer from the MLS, and I wish him all the luck. But yes, back to you in the studio.
Yes, thank you, Brad. It's great to get a MLS expert's perspective on the Almiron deal and see how important it is for the MLS as well as Newcastle. But yes, the transfer window is coming to a shut any minute now. So yes, that is the transfer window officially shut. So you would think that's transfer deadline done, but as you are aware, most of you should be, should I say, there is a little piece of paper that clubs can hand in before the deadline. That means that they can continue working on deals after the deadline. So if there are some deals in place that doesn't need to be finalised, they will still be completed, and that is why we'll stay with you for another few hours now just to see if any transfers have been wrapped up after the deadline. Elsewhere, of course, we have Jake Griffiths, who is still at Gillingham at this late of a time. I don't think at the start of the day he was really expecting it to be a busy day at Priestfield, but you have some more news from us, and I think you'll probably be the last reporter we'll be going to tonight. Unless something drastic happens, of course. But yes, please go on and tell us about Gillingham's signings, because it looks like they've had a very, very good transfer window.
Yes, Sam, as you can see, I'm outside Priestfield Stadium right now, and we've got breaking news. We thought it was over. We thought the signings are finished, but no. 4 transfer deadline day signings. The likes of Ricky Holmes, Graham Burke, Da Silva Lopez and Campbell have all signed for the Gills. Various positions across the pitch. We've got a defender, midfielder and 2 strikers. Obviously we had Billy King 2 days ago as well. So what a transfer window this has been for Gillingham. They left it late, they kept Tom Eaves, they got rid of a couple of others. It's been a very successful one indeed, and Steve Lovell has really pulled it out of the bag here at the last minute and captured some good signings, especially the likes of Ricky Holmes, probably the best one out there. Obviously a very good Charlton Athletic player, getting on a little bit now, but still got the quality and still producing at a high level. So it'd be very interesting to see where this season's going to go for Gillingham. Back to you, Sam, from Priestfield.
Thank you, Jake, for that news. You seem very, very, very happy about that. I think you should be in the end. But yes, time is ticking on now. It's very, very late, past my bedtime, to be honest. But yes, I said there would probably be no more reporting of any news after you, Jake, but You know, things have a way of going, don't they? Because it looks like we'll be heading off to Selhurst Park. Yes, we're going to Selhurst Park to hear about a potential loan deal that has taken place between Crystal Palace and Chelsea. So yes, we're heading over now. What's the news?
Yes, Sam, that is true. We've had confirmation that Michy Batshuayi is going to Crystal Palace on a season-long loan. It's an incredible move for Crystal Palace and for the youngster, and it's going to be a season-long loan in the Premier League back again. It's going to be interesting to see where the young Belgium goes from here. It's a very, very good move for them. Roy Hodgson has got a very good player under his belt, very young, and looking good to add to the likes of Zaha and Townsend in that side.
I think that's it, everyone. Before we say goodbye, I just want to say thank you for watching the whole transfer deadline day with us. I hope we have brought you top quality news from our reporters around the country. And actually, I want to thank our reporters as well for the constant updating of our of news. But yes, I've been Sam Turner, and it's a good night from me and everyone at the Commentary Box News.